It's no secret that this past spring's harsh weather led to challenges for area crops and farms, some of which saw their apples turn out damaged or too small to eat. But now, thanks to a local partnership, some of those crops are gaining another opportunity to serve the community. Here at Samascott Orchards, everyone hard at work, giving these apples a second chance.
A really good way to use them because not a lot of other markets for apples that look the way they do this year.
The orchard, just one of several apple growers across the state that faced lost and damaged crops due to a harsh spring frost. But thanks to a partnership with 9-Pin Cider Works, they're finding new use for their damaged apples by turning them into juice and cider.
It gives us a way to use these apples so we can keep marketing. You know, without a home for some of these crops, we'd be taking out apple trees or having to look at doing something else with the farmland. Some of these varieties get damaged much more easily with bad weather, so it's nice to have 100 different varieties, but if we didn't have an outlet for them on bad years, then we'd be cutting out our variety selection and really limiting it.
9-Pin, which prioritizes using local apples and fruits from New York for their ciders, says it's a win-win for everyone involved.
This is an incredible farm. They grow over 100 different varieties of apples, and they're also a relatively large grower, so that having lots of different types of apples and lots of apples in general is a perfect combination to make lots of quality hard cider. We provide a profitable outlet for people with damaged crops, which is a huge help, and it's great to see it come into play in a year like this. It feels good.
The pair say while these apples are taking a different path than originally planned, they're glad the route is still leading back to fueling the community.
Tastes just as good. There's no worms inside. They're not rotten, which is the biggest fear. They're still perfectly fine inside. Tastes delicious. They can still be eaten. There's also a way for the community to get involved. This weekend, 9-Pin is holding a cider monster mash party. The public is invited to their tasting room to mash more than 100 varieties of apples in their apple press, which will then be turned into a cider for next year. There will also be Halloween and fall-themed games and food at the event. For more information, visit this story on CBS6Albany.com. And Sam, I know you just did a similar story on this as well.
You remember I was here a few weeks ago, the apple that looked like
That's right,
a marble.
the little tiny apple. Yes.
It was amazing because of one night of frost in May. It just completely, in that particular farm, it just destroyed the crop.